Family, what's going on? Yours truly, KeshagenJAdderley, back again with another video. This is episode 2 of The Platform, where we bring on encouraging persons who are doing upliftment, encouragement, and of course, who's bringing a little bit of motivation to the nation, all right? And of course, we have Sharell Edwards and a development and educational services, and she's having a one-day conference that's going to be all about teaching as a ministry. I'm telling you, it's going to be powerful, so I want you to make sure to like, subscribe, and of course, tune in more. It's time for The Platform. Let's go. Gentlemen, we're back with The Platform, and I'm here with the one and only Mrs. Sharell Edwards. Welcome to The Platform. How you doing?
Thank you for having me here. I am great, Cash.
Yes, it's so great to have you on the show. Now, when I first saw this flyer, I was like, you know what? I have to get Sharell on to talk about it. But before we get to the event, tell us a little bit about your journey. Like, where did this event come from?
To be honest with you, Cash, it's something that the Lord put in my heart from about 2 years ago.
Wow.
And I was terrified.
Yeah.
I moved very, very slowly. Mm-hmm. I was wondering why he chose me.
Right.
You know, but this summer I was away and the Lord said, I need you to do it with an urgency. Wow. My teachers need this conference. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I was going to do it in August. Mm-hmm. But the time just wasn't there because I spent the entire summer away. And I was like, Lord, I don't know how I'm going to get it done. I'm still away. And the conference time would be like in about a week or two. And I'm like, Lord, I just can't get it done. So, I prayed about it. And then I had spiritual advice. Okay. And when I spoke to my spiritual leader, she advised me to do it for midterm. And I'm like, oh, midterm is perfect. Yeah. Because teachers are not only on a break, but they're at the halfway mark for the term. So you need that rejuvenation. You need that push to keep going until December.
Teaching as a ministry. Why was that the topic? Why?
Well, the Lord really reminded me that we are no longer seeing teaching as a ministry. Mm-hmm. We are seeing it as our job.
Right.
Because we are going through the process now where things have become very difficult, mm-hmm. Cash. Being a teacher in this day and age is a difficult task. Mm-hmm. Because you have a lot of entities that you're coming up against. And we know it's a spiritual battle. We know that it's a spiritual, it's not flesh. But he's reminding us that even while we're going through these battles, and sometimes he called for war, and sometimes he calls us to be quiet, but we have to be able to discern the difference. We have to be able to seek his face in everything as it comes to teaching, because little lives are depending on it. We have to be able to pull these kids literally out of the pits of hell. Right. You know, and sometimes we are so caught up on curriculum that we forget that lives are literally going to hell. Children are dying. We had someone commit suicide. You know what I mean? So we have to be on the wall when it comes to teaching, constantly talking to the Lord, constantly asking him for vision, constantly asking him for discernment in our lives so we be able to do what it is that we need to do for these kids.
You know, teachers hold the next prime minister in their classrooms, the next doctors, lawyers. In every facet of society, they pass through the teacher's classroom. Right. And so it's so very important to continue that you all would be encouraged, right. That you all would be motivated to not just take it as a job, right, but also to take it as a ministry. That's so important.
It's very important. And in this day and age, I'll be honest with you, there are a lot of great teachers, great Christian educators, right, who would have left teaching. Yeah. They got frustrated. Mm-hmm. They got burnt out. They just could do no more. Right. And at this point, the Lord is realizing that he's pretty much losing some of his soldiers, some of his warriors in battle. Yeah. You know, so he just needs us to remember that even when you're going through, remember, this is your ministry. As long as I have called you there, I need you to constantly be ministering to these kids. Sometimes you have to minister to another teacher. Yeah. Sometimes you have to minister to an administrator. Sometimes he may call you for one person in that environment. But we have to be in a position that we know that we are in ministry and we're not just on our job.
Yeah, so very powerful. So let's get down to the meat and potatoes, as they say, and tell us about the event, where it's going to happen, the date, the time, all that good stuff.
Okay, so October 25th, that's a Friday, teachers. I know it's midterm, but I'm telling you, this event is going to change your life. Our keynote speaker is the one and only Dr. K. Cleopatra Williams. I'm telling you, she's a former educator and she is a giant in ministry. Yes. You want to come out and hear what the Lord is saying. Also, we're going to have a platform with educators who are going to come out. We're going to do a panel discussion. So we're going to just talk. What are you going through? How are you getting through? When you are ministering to your kids and you just don't feel like it, just come out and hear what the teachers have to say, what they do. Then we're going to have a guest summons who's also a teacher at AF Adderley, Kenya Ferguson. Oh, I didn't mention our panelists. Our panelists are Ms. Desiree Taylor, Aldika Colebrook, and Miss Ramona Wells. And everybody knows these individuals and they know that they're on fire for God.
Yeah.
So you come on out, but you have to register. You can go to Sharell Edwards Training and Professional Development. You get the registration link. And we want you to register. Yes, it's free, but we need to know how many individuals are coming because we're going to have a special treat for break.
Yes. And of course, you can look right up under this video and you'll see all that information will be down below. And of course, before we get ready to wrap up, is there any closing words that you want to leave with persons watching and of course viewing this video?
Yes. All my educators, this is for you. You don't have to be a teacher in the classroom. If you are a teacher by profession, that means teachers in the classroom, administrators, guidance counselors, librarian, whatever your current title is, that doesn't stop you from coming as long as you are an educator and you are impacting the lives of these children. This conference is for you. October 25th, 9 to 1 at Life Changes Ministries on Bacardi Road.
Yes, yes, yes. And of course, if you don't know how to find it, just Google it and you'll be able to find it. We'll tag it. We'll tag everything below this video so you'll be able to find everything. We definitely want to thank you so much, Mrs. Sharell Edwards, for joining us. You want to send a shout out to anybody? You want to hail anybody before we get out of here?
Well, I'll send a shout out to my husband. Hey, Mon. Thank you for your encouragement and all of my things that I come up with. You're always right there riding with me. It spells as well as my girls. They're on the playground right now, and I'm just loving the environment of the kids running around.
Yeah, I'm telling you. All right, Teaching as a Ministry is happening, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure that you register today. It's absolutely free, but of course they want to make sure they get a number, and they got something special gonna happen. I just want to be there to get something special, but of course there's gonna be so much that's gonna happen. The nation's ladybug is gonna be there. Of course, we call her Pastor Cleopatra Williams, and of course she's gonna bring a dynamic presentation. We know that she's gonna do a phenomenal job, so you want to be there to be able to encapsulate everything that's gonna happen. We thank you so much for joining us on the platform, and we look forward to you joining us again.
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so don't forget to like, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, and of course share this video around. Tag a teacher so they could be involved with it. Tag an educator, somebody who needs this information. Share it to them right now. All right, have a great one. We'll see you on the next one. This is The Platform.